All right, we're here at Knotfest 2024, the first of the three series today in Melbourne, and we are lucky enough to have Kyle from Brand of Sacrifice with us. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
No worries at all, brother. So you've already played your first set of Knotfest 2024. Obvious question, how'd it go?
Been amazing.
Amazing?
Didn't expect so many people to be there early. It was awesome.
Yeah, that just sort of leads on the next question. Like this is your first time touring Australia, so were you surprised? Like, was there a lot of crowd reaction to you? Like, could you tell there was people there to see you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How did that feel?
Felt great. Lots of mosh, lots of reaction. Felt great.
And what about the heat? How did you handle that, mate? Like, they put you on prime time, sun cancer, sunburn shit. Like, how did you go?
Honestly, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty mild.
Your voice is struggling, isn't it, bro?
It is, yeah.
Do you want some water? We got some water here. Do you want some?
It's okay. I just drank a whole Gatorade.
So you guys are from Toronto, right? Canada?
Yeah, that's right.
So you come over, it's snow over there at the moment?
It's warming up.
It's warming up.
It's probably a little rainy, a little cold.
Yeah.
But not freezing.
Okay. So it wasn't too harsh stepping over here to the heat. I
No.
mean, you haven't got to Queensland yet, so it's a bit different once you get up there with us.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah,
bit
we're
hotter.
from Queensland, so the heat up there is like this, but humidity doubled.
Oh, wow.
So I wouldn't be wearing these on stage. I'd probably invest in a pair of shorts.
So you've been around since 2018, is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct. So 5 years later, you're down here playing Knotfest Oz. So how does that happen so quickly? What's that process been like?
I don't know how to explain how, because I think it's a little bit of luck and like a series of good choices, but and of course making some music that people want to come out and see. But
Good music definitely helps.
I think that's really what it comes down to. But it's an amazing experience. We always wanted to come to Australia. Beautiful place.
Yeah. And what's the scene like over there in Canada? Is there quite a strong metal scene or many venues? What's it like?
It's great for like a mid-sized or bigger band.
Yep.
The local scene definitely is starting to grow again, but it's having a bit of a restart,
Yeah.
a rebirth, I guess you could say.
And does the success of guys like you help in that? Like, do you, I suppose now you sort of stepped into that next level, like do you, when you're back home, do you do things to try and help the locals, or is there anything you can do to help it?
I just try to give people advice if they ask.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to tell people what they should do, but I'm also an open door if people have questions or in smaller bands or want to start a band. I've been at this for a while, so I try to help as much as I can in that regard.
Okay, and you got 2 albums and 2 EPs under your belt. The latest is an EP. What's that one called?
Between Death and Dreams.
Between Death
What a
and
name.
Dreams.
Yeah.
What is Between Death and Dreams? Not what actually is, like on a sonic plane, I guess.
It's more of an experimental record. It's a little bit of what the fan could expect from us, but also we implemented some clean singing.
Okay.
And
From yourself or another member of the band
from
does the
myself,
same?
yeah. And just tried some new electronic influences and a little more structure to the songs. So we wanted to experiment a bit with an EP rather than doing a whole album
makes
of that. So
How'd that go with the fans? Did they gravitate to it? Like, was there enough of a reaction for you to continue down that path?
I think so. It's just more items added to the toolkit.
Yeah.
So your genre, you slot into, is it deathcore? Is that kind of where you sit? I don't want to pigeonhole it.
No,
He
I
hates
think
genres as much as anyone, believe me.
I think that's what people call us, but
Yeah.
I mean, we have influences from all different types of metal. So
I noticed that it's got that quite pop sensibility within it, like you're saying with your clean vocals, that little bit of electronica poking through. So did the writing process change for you around that, or was it more just let's just try it and see how it goes kind of thing?
I think we always just wanted to get this to a wider audience. I think you can still be really heavy. You just have to have a new listener that may not be a fan of the genre understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So what makes things interesting for us, I think, is the electronic elements, but also transitions. and kind of taking the listener on a ride.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I've always said you can be super heavy without screaming all the time or without being like super distorted guitars. I mean, you just had the Who in here talking, and that's a perfect example. And
yeah, for sure.
so that's something you're kind of pushing towards to broaden that audience for you.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then you've just released not just, but recently released a new single, Purge. So was that down the same lines as the EP?
I think so. I think it would have fit on that EP for sure. But it was written after.
Rightio. And is it part of a new EP or album process, or is it just a standalone?
It's a standalone.
Yeah.
Cool. Do we need to get the little box out?
Well, we do. We're not pushing it yet, are we? Well, are you sick of his company already, Jimmy?
No, I'm just thinking you didn't do the little box last time, so
Well,
we'll get
how can you do the little box with the Who? You'll find out what the little box is soon, mate. It's not as crude as what it sounds like.
So what's next for you guys then? What's on after the Knotfest tour?
The next album. That's what we're working on.
Album.
And then European Fests in June.
Yeah. And so how far away is the new album then? After the tour or early process at the moment?
We've got a few songs all set and found who we want to mix. We just have to go through that process and then just write some more. So
Cool. You're doing any side shows here for this tour, or is it just the
They've
Knotfest
actually already done one. They
just
did
did
one
one
with
with
Lamb of God on
Oh,
Wednesday
you
night.
did Lamb of God.
We
How was that?
chose Asking Alexandria over their show last night.
You told us we had to go to Asking Alexandria.
But we
That's what
are,
the label guys told us. So yeah, how was that? With Lamb of God?
it was amazing. Great response. Guys are all great in the band. I've always been a fan of Lamb of God growing up when I got into metal, so it was great to have a show with just us two as well. So.
and for Jimmy's benefit, because he probably doesn't even know this yet because I haven't told him, but we are going to see these guys with Lamb of God on Monday night in Brisbane. So you do
there
have
we
another
go.
side show coming up
There
in
we go. I
Brisbane.
get to see it.
So how are the people these days, like, money is tight, understandably, going to see festivals and music and stuff. So people that are like, we really love Brand of Sacrifice, but we're seeing them at Knotfest. How different's the show going to be with Lamb of God on Monday night? What are they going to get if they go to both? What extras?
You'll get more songs.
Yeah.
Longer set. So, and it's just a little more up close and personal.
Yeah.
I mean, a festival atmosphere is incredible, but it's a little different when you're in a club and you can kind of experience it close up. So.
Yeah.
And where's that one at?
That one is at, I believe it might be the Princess Theatre.
The Princess Theatre.
But if I'm wrong,
It's that Fortitude.
check your geek
You don't know,
guides.
hey? Do your research.
Now, with things like that, like, I suppose, like with the festival like this, you had, what, half an hour, 35 minutes today?
30 minutes, yeah.
So, like, when you're choosing your set list for a festival, like, do you go through it and do you choose songs that you think might be more universal to everybody at the festival to make people, because, you know, there's going to be people here for the bands, or do you pick your bangers and make people just hear you in your purest form, I guess?
I think it's a combination of bangers and songs that we know will be shocking. Or
Shocking, I
kind of
like that.
Turn heads.
Yeah.
So people take notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not like you, Jimmy.
Mate, I'm a boring kind of guy. I just hang out over here.
Okay, well, now it is the time to bring out the box. Well, we'll even get Erin to bring her own box out. This is Kyle from Brand of Sacrifice. This is Erin. So Erin's assembled a box of goodies. She's just written some totally random, seemingly stupid questions, but they're entertaining. So you get to choose one out. Every band gets one.
Quest.
Okay.
So go for your life. You've got a big one, I reckon.
What have we got?
You're now a superhero with an unlikely power. Is it the ability to shoot meatballs out of your nostrils, or the power to create force fields but only around ants? I told you they were pretty out there. Now we want a serious answer too, by the way.
I can see the cogs turning. You're thinking about it real deeply too.
I think I'll take the meatballs because although it's from my nose, I can feed a lot of people that need to eat. And myself.
We've got a nice guy.
What a
over here.
humanitarian you are. All right, mate. Well, thanks for joining us today. It's been an
thanks for
absolute
having me.
pleasure. You have got the opportunity to see these guys in Sydney and Brisbane over Saturday and Sunday, and then Brisbane again Monday night.
Sideshow Monday night. We'll see you there.
Sweet. See you there.